Try and get it
all right. Well, Minister, thanks for recognising that we are the only group that brought a motion forward to represent the inshore fishermen, because they have been left behind in many ways, Minister, and you have been talking for 10 minutes, but you didn't mention that you were going to accede to our request for 12 million, just 12 million for the inshore fishermen from all around our countryside, all around our coastal communities, who are on their knees at the present time. And you see, it has been spelled out for you there already. Just take the shrimp. Most of the inshore fishermen, they fish for shrimp, and the season is from September to March. And since September, the things started to go down very bad, in that there was no market in Spain and Portugal and the other tourist attractions, and the price was very bad, and the market wasn't there at all in the finish. And since mid-October, storms and after storm and wind after wind, there were many fishermen haven't been able to fish since then, or very poorly. Their window of opportunity was very short up until, and they have ceased since the 1st of December because of no market. And we're asking you now for the 12 million to tide these people over and to try to keep them going. Every other sector, including sectors from other countries, are being well seen after and have been well seen after by the government. But these people who are left behind, they're an integral part of the coastal community. If the fishermen are making a few bob, the shops, the local pub, the local restaurant, all those are left behind. And we have to accept that our inshore fishermen are also affected by the massive increase in the cost of fuel, and they can't get any of that back. And I suppose he'll blame the war anyway for the cost of the fuel, and I suppose he'll blame the war as well for the loss of the market. But we're calling on the state now for financial assistance of 12 million to mitigate the socio-economic impact of the crisis. Smaller peers are neglected, Minister, and I can think of all the ones that are very local to myself and start in the Khmer side and go back along Timpleno, Blackwater, Tahala, Rosdohan, the Oyster Bed, Sneem, Glishk, and back so forth. And I really, and then you go the other side, Coolnigillock, Keelmacalog, and all back along to Larach, and until you reach Castletown Bay. There are so many small fishermen there that try to devise, try to improvise and try to stay going. They're getting no social welfare. They're working, doing small bits of farming and maybe small bits of building, trying to improvise and keep going. And this fishing was an integral part of their income, and they have it lost completely now, Minister. And I'm appealing to you. You say you're from much the same scenario place that we're representing. These people have boats of less than 12 meters, 16 and 18 feet long. And I think of people like Frank Riney and Michael Clamper and those kind of fellas, and Joe Jim in Blackwater and the Shays of Rosdohan. There's two sets of Shays there, Mike Shays and Donald Shay, and then the Bryans and Sneem and back along to Glishk. These people try so hard, and it's so dangerous. And I often ask when I see them out, because I used to work along the roads along the bay, why are they out the bad day? And when the wind is blowing and there's rain, and I was told that that's the best days for fishing. They get more fish. And then I say to you, the big trawlers, they come up the bay in Kenmare, and he say that he's involved in the protection of smaller vessels. But what are they doing when two big trawlers come up on either side of the bay with nets across it that clean everything out? I raised that in the Oireachtas committee a few months ago, Minister. What are they doing about that, or what are they going to do about it? And stop it. It's completely unfair, because these trawlers come up and take the everything, and which means that we've had no mackerel. I've been, so many people have me told that there's no mackerel at all this year, and I remember fishermen from Macroom and in Shannon and different places, they was called to the bar. They had buckets of mackerel, and they throw out a few there, and they were grand, and there's no sign of them with the last couple of years, Minister, because there is no mackerel. The bay has been totally cleaned out, and we hear about the big factory ships that land into Dingle Harbour, and they're so big that 12 forklifts can work at one time on top of them. We're told that from different nationalities, there's no account they can't be taxed. We're told even that to the Chinese, and we know what harm they have done already, besides factory ships. And all along Cass I've been, and all those piers and those fishermen, they're all impacted now, Minister, and I'm calling you to please, you're seeing after every other section of the community, and like I said, even people of different nationalities, and you're seeing after them well, and we're letting these people behind. We have to see after them, Minister. They're part of the coastal communities, and like I said, an integral part, and they're so important to the likes of the Lake House, the Blackwater Tavern, Keel McAlogue, that's run so well by Helen and her staff. Those people depend so much. The local shops depend on these people surviving. And I'm appealing to you, new government, Minister, respectfully, to come now when you're asked, and you say you're from a coastal community yourself, and I believe you are. You must see after them. See after our own people now, whatever the Greens are saying or whatever any other one is saying. This is your time. You're the minister that's in charge of these small fishermen at this time. And I'm respectfully appealing to you to see after them. This is so important. And yes, we are the only group that brought forward a motion like this. I have to highlight as well at this stage the state of our two roads on either side of the Kenmare Peninsula, of the Kenmare Bay. The road to Larach and trees crisscrossing and fish lorries hitting off of it, them. And then west of Blackwater Bridge on the other road, the state of that, where if you're going around with an attic, a car will be inside under you. And then we see back a few miles back the road where there was 2 kilometres of a footpath and a cycleway put, where there's no cycleway leading to this new cycle path or out of it. And it makes no sense in the world, and people's lives and crashes there every day. And it's so important that we have a safe road for these vessels, because I'm glad when I see these big lorries go up the village with fish. It's because we're producing something. I also, for the few seconds I have left, want to thank Star Seafoods in Tussish for the employment they have given back over the years, the McCarthy's, and there's a young generation there now, and the way that company is seeing after the local people and trying to employ people. But the cost of fish at the present time and the scarcity of it is impacting on those, and we must ensure that places like that are kept going, because we've been hit bad enough as it is. But if we lose the the people that are involved and working in this in the inshore fishing,
our communities are doomed completely.
Thank you, Deputy.